liability is responsibility under law. And when we say law, law is only one, the law of your country or the applicable law of the ship. Never make a mistake that a company can have its own law. No. If I absent myself from work without applying for leave or without informing my superior, well, ARI may take a decision, they'll punish me by cutting my 1 day wages. It will not be as per law of ARI, but that will be as per the policy of ARI. Law beats, it is uniformly applicable to all the people to whom the law applies. So being responsible under law be that if you are not responsible under law, then you can be punished in the form of a fine or a jail term. That is the meaning of liability. So therefore, you can either be responsible but not liable, or you can be responsible and liable. The simplest example of being responsible and liable is to follow the traffic rules. When you and I, we get our license from the RTO, it is our individual responsibility to follow the traffic rules. Red light anywhere in the world means we are supposed to stop. It is our responsibility. But if we jump the red light and get caught by a cop standing there, by CCTV cameras or by highway patrol, whatever, after understanding the concept of liability, how is that applicable in relation to our discussion on marine insurance? Liability in the maritime world, we deal with ship owners' liability. For what? If his ship causes damage to the interest of any party involved in normal shipping operations and conducting normal shipping business, right? If the ship goes and hits a jetty, okay, the dent in the hull will be paid for by the hull and machinery insurance. But the port will approach the ship or तुम्हारे दादे मेरे jetty को तोड़ दिया, you please compensate. Liability of the ship owner for causing damage to the interest of any party involved in normal shipping business. That is the liability we are talking about. Now, when we talk about liability insurance, we said that marine insurance had started around 300 years ago. That time until about 100 odd years ago, liability insurance did not exist. It's a very, rather in comparison, a recent phenomenon. Why? Because in the olden days, the domain of shipping, the approach of maritime trade was very limited. What we call it as short sea shipping, short voyages in North Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Baltic Sea, that's about it. So came in contact with during the course of normal shipping business was also limited. When the ship's contact was limited, the potential for the ship causing damage to the interest was also limited. And that ship causing damage was so small, the ship owner used to pay from his own pocket. हाँ ठीक है खुश रहो यार. It never obstructed the shipping trade or the ship operations for the ship owner. But slowly, as the international maritime trade started expanding, more number of ships, longer voyages, the number of entities that come in contact with the ship also started increasing. Earlier there were 10, now there are 1,000. In between there were 100. But initial on the ship was coming into contact with 10 people. Worst case scenario, it could cause damage to the interest of only 10 people ship owner would pay. But if the ship started coming in contact with 100 people, worst case scenario, the ship could have caused damage to the interest of these 100 people. Similarly, it kept increasing. A time came that ship owner started finding it difficult to take care of this kind of damage. This is always a risk. Damage may not cause damage. There is a risk. If the damage is caused, there is a risk. Because the ship owners, they said, we already have the hull and machinery insurer. Wherever there is risk, there is insurance. This is also a risk. Let's talk to them. You'll be surprised. The hull and machinery insurers, they refused. They absolutely refused. We cannot provide a risk coverage for these kind of damages. The hull and machinery insurers told the ship owner, there is no way we can quantify or calculate our risk in order to decide what premium to charge. You may say, sir, isn't that the case applicable for hull and machinery insurer also? हम लोग हर पोर्ट में जहाज को डेंट थोड़ा कराते रहते. Yes, but the first thing the ship owner discusses with the hull and machinery insurer, for what value am I asking the risk coverage for? As the value of my ship is $50, I pay $9 lakh premium. If the value of my ship is $200 million, I pay 30 lakh premium. So what is the meaning of discussing the insured value? The worst case scenario, the hull and machinery insurer is liable to pay $50 million if the ship sinks, if that is the value agreed upon. And during the 1 year period, if the ship is getting damaged, well, $10 million, $20 million for dry dock, etc., all paid for by the hull and machinery insurer. Why? Because their maximum value for 1 year is, once they are able to calculate the risk, they tell the assured ship owner to pay the premium. This is not the case. In these type of damages, the ship goes and hits a crane. Yeah, theek hai yaar. There is a potential, right? When we step on the ship, we are stepping into a risk-based environment. We want a zero risk. It is desirable, but never achievable. You have to live with that. There is always a potential, but does not mean that we are going and hitting the crane, hitting the jetty at every port. There is a 50% chance if we go to a port, we may hit the jetty and cause damage, and where the ship owner has to settle the claim. There is 50% chance there may not be. It is only a potential risk, no fixed value. How does the marine insurer does a risk calculation to decide to on the providing the risk coverage? Are you with me till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They refused. Before we proceed further, such a type of parties with whom the ship came into contact, just a second. Such type of parties with whom the ship came into contact for a short period of time, who remained unknown. The parties were clubbed together. Parties means it could be a person, a company, an office, a port, any XYZ. Such parties were clubbed together and called third party. This is something very important to understand. तो इसका नाम थर्ड पार्टी इसलिए रखा क्योंकि फर्स्ट पार्टी एंड सेकंड पार्टी were already existing. It's important that you understand that who are the first party. Better always remember. First party are the people who have a contractual arrangement with the ship owner for the business of the ship. In order to understand first party, second party, third party, the fixed reference point is the ship owner. If certain number of people have these characteristics with reference to the ship owner, they will be called the first party. A certain number of people have these characteristics, they will be called the second party. Fixed reference point is the ship owner. So the first party are the people who have a contractual arrangement with the ship owner for the business of the ship. Example, charter. Charter party is a type of contract of a freight. Cargo owner, he has a contract of carriage signed between himself and the ship owner. You and me, we have a contract of wages with the ship owner. Any contractual arrangement with the ship owner where one of the persons signing on the contract is the ship owner, all such parties are the first party. Have you followed this? Right. Have you followed this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second party are the people who are the service providers, to the ship owner for the business of a ship. Remember, service provider to the ship owner for the business of the ship are called the second party. And there is only one example of second party because of the uniformity example. The only example of second party are the stevedores. They are uniformly in every port, every country of the world, are the biggest service providers to the ship owner for the business of a ship. Your ship is lying alongside perfect, no stevedore, well, it's a box. Rest every other party which does not fit in first and second party are qualified as the third party. Now, the characteristics of third party is this is the ship owner, there are hundreds of third parties. They are coming in contact with the ship for a very short period of time during the normal ship operations and doing normal shipping business. They provide a service, they come in contact XYZ, take the fees, carry on. They do not see the ship owner face to face. When do such parties see the ship owner face to face? If during the course of normal shipping business, the ship causes damage to the interest of any such party, that guy will come knocking at the ship owner door, you compensate me. So such unknown parties which remain unknown to the ship owner for the business of the ship are called the third party. The potential risk may cause damage to the interest of the third parties are called third party risk. And when the ship actually causes damage to the interest of such parties, where the ship owner has to compensate, they are called the third party damages. So you would understand that there is no way the marine insurer could quantify this unknown potential virtual risk. They refused. But yeah, this had to be taken care of. The ship owner, they decided, yeah, let's come together for each other's benefit and form an organization where each other's ships, the third party damage claims will be taken care of. It was when they started, they were known as Indemnity Club, I Club. What was the procedure and what the procedure continues to today? They could not register this like an insurance company. ये अपना आपस का काम है, whether it is Delhi Gymkhana or Panchsheel Club, वो members का अपना mutual benefit है for enjoying, etc. But it has to be registered. So they say we call it a club. So the procedure is the ship owner first becomes a member of such a club of his choice. That is the first step. Thereafter, he registers each of his ship independently with the club. But in order to prevent any confusion with registration of ship, they do not call it that the ship owner registers the ship with the club. They say the ship owner has to enter his ship in the club. What is the objective of all this? I am a ship owner. This is my ship. I first become a member. My ship MVXYZ. I will enter the ship into the club with the objective कि भैया ये ship दुनिया में कहीं पे भी जा रहा है, if there is some kind of third party claim, you the club will take care of it on my behalf. I am focusing on my business. हाँ ठीक तो है, पर क्लब के पास पैसा कैसे आएगा? So therefore the club asks the membership owner to make an annual contribution to the club. Since the club is not registered as an insurance company, you cannot call it a premium. So they call it a call. But we, the management of the club, calls upon the membership owner, the please pay your contribution in time. So chalo, अपना private club है, we'll call it a call. Technically, it is like a premium. Are you with me till here?
Yes, sir.
I'm in a class with her, I'll call you later. Ship owners were happy. Okay. There can be so many nonsensical, logical third-party claims. We'll say, okay, but club bhaiya, you take care of it. Business as usual. As the shipping modernized, international law in the form of conventions started coming around. Commercial law, commercial shipping also expanded. It was documented. Earlier, a number of countries that were not having ports and not involved in maritime trade, they opened up the ports where the ships started going. So therefore, the ship had to encounter the law of the local country also. With the result, the ship owner started feeling the need of having very quick access to legal and commercial law advice at a very short notice. I need something. I'm a businessman here. So the ship owners of the world, they went back to their existing indemnity club. कि भाई ये हम लोग का mutual benefit club है, but it has been created for taking care of third party damages on our ship. Can you help us with providing this advice? When we require on a daily basis 24/7, when we pick up the phone or the master on the ship, on my ship which has entered your club, when you pick up the phone, somebody from your end should be there on the other side. So the indemnity club said, okay, we can do that. But A, we require time. Because we may have a head office in London, but the ship is not coming to London. Ship is going to all ports around the world. We require time to create our representative locally who knows the local law. but तभी तो आपको सही एडवाइस दे पाएगा कि यहाँ पे ये लॉ है, आपका जहाज ये करना है. Okay, the ship owner said, no problem, take your time. And the management of the indemnity club, they said, why it will require money. We will have to keep those people on our payroll with the salary so that they are on a 24/7 call. So are you membership owners ready to make a larger contribution every year, paying a higher call? The ship owners say, balle balle, happy to pay you anything. We were paying $100 per annum, we'll pay $300 per annum, provided this advice is given. Over a period of years, every formed indemnity club, they created their representatives at all the ports around the world. Thereafter, thereby protect, what was the job of these representatives? On a 24/7 basis, if you get a call from the membership owner or the master on the ship of the ship owner that has entered into the club, provide the advice. Payment has already come on an annual basis, thereby protecting the interest of the membership owners. It was then the already formed indemnity clubs, they changed themselves from indemnity clubs to call themselves Protection and Indemnity Club, P&I Club. In a nutshell, the protection part of the P&I, the P part, Papa part of the P&I Club protects the interest of the membership owner and the master on the ship of the ship owner that is entered into the club by providing legal and commercial advice at a very short notice, 24/7. And the indemnity part of P&I Club, the I part of the P&I Club it takes care of all third-party damage compensation associated with the ship which is entered into the club by the membership owner. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, a very, very important part. Monday onwards, I'm going to start with the principles of marine insurance. When these indemnity clubs were formed, later on changed to protection and indemnity club, they said, it doesn't mean we are having a, masti type of, it is a very specific objective club to take care of third-party damages and provide the interest, etc. But we need to be very sure. It is your club, Mr. Ship Owner, but don't take advantage of it. So, in order to settle all third-party damage claims on behalf of the membership owner, the P&I clubs, they follow
Sir,
the principles. Go ahead.
sir, can we avoid all these fines on the ship by issuing them all LOPs?
100%. So I'm coming to that. Examples of damages, examples of protecting the interest.
Okay, sir.
So, and very, very good question. So, what the P&I Club said, in order to settle all third-party claims, we will take care of it at that moment. But we will follow the principles of marine insurance. If there are too many third-party claims, यहाँ पे damage कर दिया, वो cargo damage हो गया, 36 लोग डॉक्टर क्या जा रहे हैं, ठीक है, we'll pay for it. But next year, you be prepared to pay a higher cost. If we make a claim for car insurance, next year our premium goes up, we follow the same thing. And if there are no third-party claims, we'll give you a pat on the back, we'll tell you reduce the call, no claim bonus. They follow the same thing, but associated with only third-party matter. Now coming to the point, examples of third-party damage. While approaching the jetty, the ship hit the jetty get damaged, the port will ask for compensation, ship owner's liability. While alongside, the ship damages a Yokohama fender, ship owner's liability to compensate the port, third-party damage. If a huge container ship passes next to you while you're alongside, your ship surges fore and aft. The gantry crane's jib is hanging on above the ship. The boom of the crane comes in contact, it damages the jib of the gantry crane. Third-party damage, P&I Club. Cargo damage by the cargo on board. I gave you that example day before. Different insurance. This is the third-party damage. So whatever is the liability of the cargo damage of the ship owner, P&I Club will pay to the cargo insurance company on their behalf so that they can put the money and give in full to the assured cargo owner. Another important point is what we are talking about compensation in the form of money because of the liability. And like, damage, we always associate with money. Like we, 5 of us go for dinner and we decide to share the bill. One of us, okay, I mean, how much we have to pay. So crew visiting a doctor, it's a third party cost. Right? Okay. We are having a rigorous medical examination before joining the ship, but there is always the potential for someone to fall sick, right? The P&I club rep could pay the doctor's fees and medication and everything. Right? Third party cost. If there is an accident and a crew member gets hurt, rush to the hospital, cost of hospitalization, all medication, surgical procedures. The ship has sailed, hit the crew member repatriation to hometown, all third party cost. There is a potential, but it becomes real when it actually happens. Third part, a stowaway is found. That's a big cost to the ship owner. The custom immigration formality cost, repatriation. There is a potential, anything there is a potential, and it remains virtual, becomes real till the time it actually happens. It's all third party, P&I club. All cases of oil pollution. What are the examples to access and advise? Any doubt you have in the BL, your cargo is loaded in a damaged condition, you inform the master, you are the master tomorrow, you tell the sorry, I am not signing a clean bill of lading. That is a more dangerous thing. Why? Letter of indemnity says कि भाई अगर ये damaged cargo का कोई claim आएगा वो the shipper will take care of it. But always remember why letter of indemnity is the most serious thing, because a letter of indemnity only assures payment of the cost. It does not relieve the ship owner from the responsibility for safe carriage of cargo. Well, the receiver of cargo may receive the compensation from the shipper. The receiver of cargo can still take the ship owner to court. ठीक है, पर तुम्हारी भी तो जिम्मेदारी थी. I am holding you for acting irresponsible. The court will tell the ship owner to pay. That is the seriousness of taking a damaged cargo against a letter of indemnity. Any of these cases, anything, coming to your point, no, any doubt about notice of readiness, pick up the bloody phone and that booklet is there, na, P&I club rep. Keep it on the table 24/7, pick up the call. I need this advice. He's there to provide advice. He's already been paid for. He is not going to put a $700 bill to the company and the company say, "Kya, Captain, you couldn't even handle this." No. If you ask the superintendent or the DPA, they will also ask the captain, have you talked to the P&I rep? No. Okay, just talk to him first, then call us. P&I club rep is there for that matter. Don't bother about the type of day or etc. Call him. And for any matter, you with your experience, no, it has nothing to do with P&I. It's like classification society. If you still have a doubt, the best part is take advice from the P&I club. He's there to protect your interest. I know it's not a P&I matter, but please advise me. He'll tell you that, okay, inform the flag state, inform the port, the Coast Guard, call the classification surveyor, make a logbook entry. He's advised you, put you in the right direction. That's how he's protecting the interest of the ship owner. Clear?
Clear, sir.
भाई इंग्लैंड वाले टॉप थे 200 साल पहले. तो just to share with you, which are the most common P&I club, the four cardinal direction, north, south, east, west. North of England P&I club, south of England P&I club, east of England P&I club, west of England P&I club. Then in England only you have Britannica P&I club, and a very popular and a common one used very frequently by shipowners is called the UK P&I club. Then there are two P&I clubs which are very famous in Norway. One is called GARD, Golf Alpha Romeo Delta. Write it in caps because it's an abbreviation in Norwegian. GARD of Norway P&I club, and another popular P&I club of Norway is Skuld. Sierra Kilo Uniform Lima Delta, Skuld of Norway P&I club. These are 8, 9 of them are very popular. Now, in September 2018, a group of Japanese shipowners, they said we'll open our own P&I club. The first P&I club in Japan came up in September 2018. It is called the Japan P&I Club. And immediately after that, in March 2019, a group of Indian shipowners said we'll also have our own P&I club. So in March 2019, the first P&I club came up in India with headquarters at Mumbai called Indian P&I Club. You know, as a smart officer, you need to know and keep yourself abreast with this.
We are going to do principles of marine insurance. And let me assure you, you will never get a full question that what are the principles of marine insurance, because it is a huge answer. You could be asked short notes of insurable interest, or what do you understand by indemnity, or short notes on utmost good faith. And after completing the discussion on all three of it, I will tell you what all points are to be included in your answer. Not to worry, it is all there in your reading material. So let's take it one by one. Insurable interest. You know, when the concept of marine insurance had started 300 plus years ago, having an insurable interest was neither a requirement nor the basic principle of marine insurance. And that, believe me, this is what I state is all recorded, documented maritime history. It gave a lot of provision for fraud, marine insurance fraud to be committed. I'm not saying marine insurance frauds are not committed today. They are. But the concept of marine insurance fraud also was started because there was no concept of insurable interest. Let's say in those days, 300 years ago, things used to be settled in bars and coffee houses around London or elsewhere in Europe. Let's say I was a bettor, a sattebar. I had just the basic information about ships, port, starboard, sail, great circle sailing, bad weather, etc. Just that information. Whereas a guy drinking beer in the bar or coffee and smoking cigar, etc., had zero information. I, the sattebar, the bettor, took advantage of that absolute lack of information. I would say, okay, guys, I enter a bar and coffee. Guys, can I have your attention, please? You know, there's something called as a ship, which can carry huge amount of cargo in one go from one country to another country. And I know from my sources, there is a ship that is going to be carrying wooden barrels of wine from Southampton to New York. And you know, there is something called a great circle sailing. To save the distance for that, you don't go straight. You have to go like this. And the higher you go, more bad weather the ship will encounter. I am betting you 20-1, the ship is going to sink. I'm telling you, this is a good way to make money. If one or two gullible people put their money, he would go to another bar. Now, he knew there were 80-90% chances that the ship is going to reach. because people had betted that the ship will not reach, the bettor had said the ship will reach, he would make a lot of money. If the people who have put the money had said, well, you tried to fool us. No, 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 I didn't. This is one odd chance. I'm telling you, ships don't reach when they go great circle sailing. I know about great circle sailing. Trust me. Next, when the ship goes, I will make sure you make money. And a lot of fraud were being committed. Insurance company also got involved. They suffered a huge loss. As a sattebaz, I don't give a damn whether the ship reaches or sinks. I've got nothing to do with it. To prevent the situation, the Hull Insurance Company, they said, yeah, we cannot take this kind of a risk. We will first confirm that the assured, the person who wants the insurance coverage for the ship, has an insurable interest in the subject matter of insurance. Once he proves that, then we will do the risk calculation, decide on the extent of coverage, and confirm the premium to be paid. So the concept comes, what is the meaning of insurable interest? Insurable interest, you are a hull and machinery insurance company, I am a ship owner, the assured. Insurable interest in the subject matter of insurance, be the assured has a direct connectivity with the subject matter of insurance. Direct connectivity means I, the assured, will earn a direct profit by the safety of the subject matter of insurance, and I will suffer a direct loss by the damage caused to the subject matter of insurance. That is direct connectivity, that is insurable interest. So what are the examples of insurable interest? Ship owner has an insurable interest in his ship. Cargo owner has a direct connectivity, insurable interest in his cargo. The banks also have an insurable interest in the ship for whom they have provided the loan. Are you with me till here or not? Gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. To give you an example, suppose I buy a car, but the sale of the car and the RC is on my wife's name. I go to a car insurance company and I say, well, I may be able to get some tax benefit. Can you take out the policy on my name? They refuse. Because the first thing that they ask is, the insurance company asks, is your RC. The policy will be in the name of the person whose name is on the registration certificate issued by the RTO. Because that and that alone proves the insurable interest of the person in the subject matter of insurance, that is the car. Yes or no? Guys? Correct? Are you with me? Gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
So that is there. So initially it started as a basic requirement for providing marine insurance. Thereafter, it became the first basic marine insurance that you have to have an insurable interest, you prove it, and then we will provide the insurance coverage. Next, on lecture number 1, I had told you about that marine insurance is all about indemnity. We need to take a little bit in detail. Indemnity means providing a coverage of risk. Risk of what? Risk of damage caused to the subject matter of insurance or the loss of the subject matter of insurance. That is the risk we are doing. So the person who wants the risk to be covered, to risk to be provided is called the assured. The person or the company who provides the coverage of risk is called the insurer. And for this, the assured pays a mutually agreed upon amount to the marine insurance, which is called the premium. That is what is the indemnity. But the most important part is under no circumstances, listen carefully, under no circumstances can the assured make a profit out of the damage or loss of the subject matter of insurance. No, that is not an option. That is illegal against the law of marine insurance. If my loss is $100, I will only get $100. I will never get $101. The marine insurance company can make money. That is part of marine insurance business, perfectly fine, legal above board. But I, the assured, will not make any kind of money. That is what on concept of indemnity over which the whole marine insurance business or any kind of insurance business rests upon. So this brings us to two sub-principles of indemnity. First one, you can call it a constructive total loss, but I'll be doing it in detail when I'm doing actual total loss, average loss, general average next week. It'll become more clear, but the first sub-principle of indemnity that you can't make profit, that if the subject matter of insurance is so badly damaged that it is useless, it is worthless to the assured, then the assured can claim the full insurance money. The assured can claim the full insurance money, but the important part is the marine insurer will only pay the marine in full insurance money after the damaged subject matter of insurance is handed over to the insurer. ये नहीं कि I take the full insurance money and sell the damaged subject matter of insurance in scrap, make a few thousand, few lakh dollars. So that will be considered as a profit not allowed under the principle of indemnity. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
You would have heard that, okay, a car insurance, God forbid, there is a massive accident, no injury, no death, but the car, the subject matter of insurance has become kaput. You claim the full insurance money. The insurance company gives the insurance money only and only when they have taken away the damaged car. Yes or no? Have you heard about it?
Yes, sir.
It is because of this. The insurance company can sell the car and make a few thousand rupees in scrap, part of insurance business, but I, the assured, the owner of the car, cannot make a single paisa profit. The second sub-principle of indemnity is called subrogation. What is subrogation? If the subject matter of insurance is damaged due to the negligence of a third party, where that third party becomes liable to compensate me, then that compensation is not given to me, it is given directly to my insurer. Insurer is only liable to have my subject matter of insurance repair. I cannot make anything extra than what the damage is. Let's do this with like Can you see this blank slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes or no? Now, what we are talking about is subrogation. Okay. What is, let's say there is a ship alpha, and let's increase the size. And we are dealing with ship A, okay? And let's say our ship A is at anchor. One idiot who could not see the ship Bravo comes and banks the ship. Now, who are the entities involved? Ship owner A and owner and we have hull and machinery insurer A, and we have hull and machinery insurer B. And because it's a third party thing, we have P and I A, and we have P and I B. And because we are dealing with ship A, so we, for sake of easy understanding, I have taken both the ship A and B are in ballast. Otherwise, both to blame, collision, all that comes into play, but that is not the focus of our discussion. Our focus of discussion is subrogation. Are you with me till here or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, by law of ROR, ship B is at fault because by law of ROR, we are supposed to keep clear ship, but anchor. So B is a third party for A, ship owner A is a third party for B. And no, so ship B will have to compensate ship owner A because it is a third party liability negligence compensation. Ship owner B will put forward P&I Club B and please take care of it. So ideally, P&I Club B on behalf of ship owner B will pay ship owner A. Are you with me till here? Guys?
Yes, sir.
But as per subrogation, who is our assured ship owner A? He cannot make any profit. His ship has got damaged, only that will be repaired. So as per subrogation, this liability compensation is not given to the assured, but it is given directly to the marine insurer. Marine insurer, in this case, hull and machinery insurer A, will have the ship A repaired for which he had been paid the premium. This is subrogation. Now, why? This is a win-win situation for everyone. Suppose damage ship A equal to $100. Now, if it was damaged for some other reason, hull and machinery insurer A would have spent $100 Next year, they would have increased the premium by $18. Are you with me till here or not?
Yes, sir.
But now it is 100% negligence of B. That $100 hull and machinery insurer A has got from P&I B. They spent that $100 to repair the ship A. From the pocket of hull and machinery insurer A, no money has been spent. Next year, premium increase is zero. The ship owner A is happy. My ship has got repaired. Next year, premium increase is zero. Have you understood the concept of sub? Gentlemen, any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So now let's go to principle number 3, utmost good faith. It will be easier to understand utmost good faith when we compare this with non-marine insurance, where there is only good faith. By the way, good faith or utmost good faith, what are we dealing? That the assured in good faith shares all information about the subject matter of insurance with the insurer so that proper risk calculation can be done by the insurer, risk coverage provided, and the premium charged. The difference between good faith in non-marine insurance and utmost good faith in marine insurance is in non-marine insurance limited to good faith, it is the responsibility of the insurer to get maximum information from the assured. The responsibility is there. I'm asked a question, I'm the assured, I'm supposed to say it correct. If you don't ask me, I don't have to tell you anything. That is the reason when insurance agents, they come, they ask you 100 questions. For example, I go to buy medical insurance. That's what I'm enjoying very good health. But let's say 3 years ago, I'd had a heart attack and one stent was. I'm going for medical insurance now. Insurance agent is asking, any heart ailment? Yes. What happened? Did you get a heart attack? Yes. When was that? 3 years ago. Were you hospitalized? Yes. How many days? 7 days. Which hospital, etc. He's going and asking all that question. Because it is limited to good. I get the medical insurance after the cool off period, 3 months down the line. I get a second heart attack where a second stent is put. When I make a medical insurance claim, they say, "Arey, you had a stent put, you did say, but you did not ask." I will still get the insurance claim. If they don't, I can take them to court and 100% I'll win the case. The responsibility is there. But because of the uniqueness of the maritime trade and maritime business, the concept of good faith has the maximum level of strictness in marine insurance. That's why it is called utmost good faith. Meaning, it is not the responsibility of the marine insurer, but it is the responsibility of the assured to share every possible information about the subject matter of insurance and leave it to the marine insurers to decide which information I will use to do the risk calculation and charge the premium and which information is not necessary. For example, I am a ship owner. I'm buying a second-hand ship from you. That ship has had a history of a grounding somewhere near the engine room area. And as part of emergency repairs, a large part of the shell plating and the frames near the engine room, which had been damaged, that was cropped and renewed. One entire blade of the propeller was so badly damaged, it was cropped and renewed. Now, I bought the ship, I go to a hull and machinery insurer, and then they start asking questions, normal chit chat. Okay, any history of accident? Yes, what happened? Collision? No, grounding. Give me the deep. Okay, between frame number so and so and frame number so and so, the hull was cropped and renewed, the steel plate and the frame. Okay, then he start asking about the main engine and other. I am supposed to stop it. Okay, wait. In the same grounding, the propeller had also got damaged where one entire blade was cropped and renewed. And leave it to the machinery insurer whether this information is relevant or not. Have you first of all understood the difference between good faith and utmost good faith?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So utmost good faith also has two parts to it. Like I've used it, a little poetic here, that if you treat the concept or the principle of utmost good faith as a coin, then the two sides of the coin are disclosure and represent. Disclosure not done leads to non-disclosure. When representation not done leads to misrepresentation. But the two parts of the principle of good faith, two sides of the coin. One is disclosure, other is representation. And let's take it one by one. Disclosure. Disclosure means to disclose. Responsibility is of the assured. Responsibility for what? Sharing all possible information about the subject matter of insurer to the marine insurer. Sharing of information is disclosing information, which is disclosure. मुझे कुछ छुपाना नहीं है about the subject matter of insurance for which I want insurance coverage. I'm putting every information on the table in front of the marine insurer. Let him decide which information I'm going to pick up to do the risk calculation. This is not only applicable before the marine insurance contract is signed, but it continues during the time period of coverage of risk after signing of the marine insurance contract also. If the assured comes to know about certain new information or realizes I have forgotten to share some information, the assured is supposed to call the marine insurance as soon as possible, provide with this new information, and leave it to the marine insurer to decide whether the insurance coverage can continue or some additional premium has to be paid because the level of risk has become higher with this new information. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And if the assured does not do any of the above, that is before signing of the contract and starting of the coverage of risk, as well as during the time period of coverage of risk, it leads to non-disclosure on part of the assured. And the effect of non-disclosure is the insurance coverage stops immediately from the minute, focus on minute, non-disclosure becomes known to the marine insurer. आप कहेंगे सर जहाज तो दूर है उसको कैसे पता? अरे इंश्योरेंस क्लेम कल को आएगा तो they will descend the independent surveyors. You will realize as a mate and a master tomorrow who will watch everything and find out whether any non-disclosure is there or not. So you leave that there, very smart people. The important point is that insurance coverage continues till the time non-disclosure becomes known to the marine insurer. Uske baad it stops premium loss. So from your point of view as part of the senior management, as a mate and a master tomorrow, absolutely correct. The logbook entries are of paramount importance. Have you heard about it that you are on a ship, your company is asking for some logbook entries 1.5, 2 years ago? Have you come across or heard about it?
यस सर मांगते हैं वो.
Yes, sir.
तो
We
मतलब
used to
ऐसा ही
send
कुछ
it.
करेक्ट, वो भेजना पड़ता है क्योंकि ऐसा ही कुछ केस उन लोगों का फ्रॉड का केस चल रहा होगा कोर्ट में, क्योंकि भाई इसमें बॉटम लाइन क्या है कि हल एंड मशीनरी इंश्योरर बोलते हैं भाई नॉन डिस्क्लोजर हुआ था, इंश्योरेंस कवरेज नहीं. assured ship owner कहेगा but the damage happened before the non-disclosure happened, before non-disclosure became known to you. तो वो कोर्ट में कैसे प्रूव करेगा लॉगबुक एंट्रीज की भाई डैमेज कब हुआ था? डैमेज हुआ 1100 hours Zulu on 19 September 2022. नॉन डिस्क्लोजर पता हुआ, अवेयर हुआ मरीन इंश्योर 1125 Zulu. तो मरीन इंश्योरर तो कहेगा नहीं, आई केम टू नो अबाउट द नॉन डिस्क्लोजर एट 10:25, डैमेज हैपेंड आफ्टर दैट. तो वो झगड़ा करेंगे तो कोर्ट में जाता है. तो दैट वेयर द लॉगबुक एंट्रीज ऑफ पैरामाउंट इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस इज वन एरिया ऑफ द फ्रॉड इन मॉडर्न डे शिपिंग. अरे ठीक है यार, नहीं बताया, इंफॉर्मेशन पता है, ये बता देंगे. अगर प्रोपेलर डैमेज नहीं बताया तो इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम कम होगा. अगर बता देंगे वो कहेगा मेरा रिस्क बहुत ज्यादा है because it is not a one piece propeller, he's going to increase the premium. छुपा जाओ and pray to God कि कोई damage claim नहीं होता एक साल. Now you are able to join the dots. From your point of view, absolutely correct. Logbook entries are paramount. The other side of the coin is representation. But disclosure means छुपाना कुछ नहीं है, बताना है. तब रिप्रेजेंटेशन हाँ बताया तो है, लेकिन सच बताना है. To represent correctly, to tell the information correctly. ठीक है, मैंने बता दिया कि भाई हल डैमेज हुआ था और प्रोपेलर डैमेज हुआ था. इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग कि द होल प्रोपेलर वाज क्रॉप्ड एंड रिन्यूड, आई टेल अ लाई. आई डिस्क्लोज कि देयर वाज अ प्रोपेलर डैमेज, बट आई मिसरिप्रेजेंट कहा कि भाई प्रोपेलर डैमेज वाज ओनली अप टू 18 inches from the blade, so that much tip was cropped and renewed. So that is telling a lie. That is misrepresenting. So disclosure is you are not to hide, you are to tell. Representation is you have to tell truthfully every information about the subject matter of insurance. And again, this is also applicable before signing of the insurance contract. And during the time period of coverage of risk, if new information has come, or sorry, if you feel that some information has been shared incorrectly, immediately, insurer, your job is done. Let the insurer decide that marine insurance coverage can continue on the same terms and conditions and same premium, or the risk has gone higher, higher premium, Mr. Ship Owner, the assured, you pay the difference of premium. And in this also, if the assured does not do any of the above before or during the time period of coverage of risk, it leads to misrepresentation on part of the assured. And the effect of misrepresentation is insurance coverage stops immediately the moment misrepresentation becomes known to the marine insurer. भाई उसकी भी तो जिम्मेदारी है to keep his eyes and ears open to business पे हो तो क्या कर रहे हो? And therefore, the important thing is insurance coverage will continue till the time misrepresentation becomes known to the marine insurer. From your point, absolutely correct. The logbook entries are of paramount importance. So my dear friend, that completes the principles of marine insurance, insurable interest, indemnity, which has first sub-principle as constructive total loss, the second sub-principle as subrogation. The third principle of marine insurance is utmost good faith, which has disclosure and representation.